Hey guys, this is Derek.
This is Tina.
So we're just going to go through the forums today because we found a couple posts that were really funny and that we thought we'd share with you guys. So I'm not going to give any names, but this one gamer says, is this game really unfair? Or, that's the title of it. Common phrases often used when complaining about this game. I am playing a class, anyone using different class than me and beat me in PvP. His or her class is broken, OP, brain dead, I lost to something unfair. That guy using plus 12 heroic while I'm using plus 7 spar. He's a noob, pay to win. I find these two statements above deeply illogical.
I don't know how to play, okay.
I find illogical as his spelling. Anyway, continuing. Classes can be in balance, but player versus player being unfair. If you find your class inferior, why not simply start over again and play a better class?
Why would anyone want to start over again? Like, you worked so fucking hard to get something that you want, and then you just have to start all over again. Like,
well, that's what I don't understand either. Why would you start over when you acknowledging someone else is better than you, but starting over would make it that they're more powerful than you?
Well, it doesn't make sense because you have to, like, work all over again. I mean, I remember from my character, I had to, like, work for a year. Does that mean I have to, like, work again a year to get where I was?
You know, the thing is, I feel like some people don't realize that, you know, it's beyond the fact that it's pay to win. There are people who put in an absurd amount of time to be where they're at. If you're not as good as them, there's probably a reason why. It's nothing to do with, you know, they paid more, they are better. No, they have more time and experience in the game, so they're naturally better at the game. Do they have better gear? Probably, but that also comes into how much time they're put in. It's always a balance scale of what you're putting in is what you're going to get out. So anyway, moving on. Where was I? So, a job change may take a little effort. Skill slot can be bought from the board, and nobody nowadays have a problem grinding ED. Or just, I know, right? Or just stop drinking morning coffee for like 10 days. Where does morning coffee come in? First of all, is that like the key? Is that the key to fucking his little grinding easy ED? You drink 10 things of coffee in the morning and then bam, like you're rich? If that's the case, I need to change in my mornings.
I know.
Continuing. There, you are OP as anyone. See, now, if this guy made it was so simple, then why would he have to start over in the first place? If he all he had to do was drink 10 cups of coffee in the morning. Anyway, if you choose to stay loyal to your class because of some illogical reason, example, I play blank class, I will be blank to players and said class and blah blah blah. Surely you have prepared for it. Nobody said Dark Souls is a bad game just because they died in hardcore mode.
What's a Dark Soul?
Seriously? You know what a Dark Soul is?
Yep.
It's this game for other platforms.
I know, I only play Elsword as a meme game, or whatever you call it.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for you. Anyway, I keep losing my place because of you now. Okay.
You are allowed to.
So, you are allowed to choose a gun or a knife.
What about bow? I want a bow or a staff.
Okay, right on, Bobby. You either choose a gun or a knife, and you're heading out for a gunfight, and you know your opponent has a gun. Which weapon are you going to choose?
Oh, all that's left is knife.
I mean,
so...
you could be a total badass with a knife and just, like, you know...
Kirita mode.
Yo, like, seriously. Or you could be, like, you know, like... You ever play, like, there are some Call of Duty players out there, like, you take a knife and you could headshot some guy, like, I'm just saying, it's possible. Anyway.
It is.
So, that was just his first statement. I mean, you can clearly see that there's some lack of knowledge in so many different ways. I mean, I'm considering this 10 coffee day kind of thing, because maybe there is a trick to it.
I don't drink coffee, though, so what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, well...
I don't know.
Everyone has access to the market and the item mall. Why being geared is bad? First of all, does paying to a game...
It's bad at all.
Does that even make sense?
I don't know.
I don't believe there aren't many good games where the game dev actually puts effort into it. This guy's spelling is something else. They deserve some paycheck. $1 for an hour of fun. A $60 offline game only considered a good game when the player spent at least 60 hours on it. First of all, if you've ever played a game, especially on Xbox, I know there are games that are like for like $10 that are as fun as fuck. So don't tell me only a $60 game is good. That's bullshit. That offends me as a gamer. Moving on. And most of players who played an MMO like Elsword for a long term already spent over 1,000 hours on the game. A plus 12 should only cost around $200, $700.
Doesn't it already cost like that?
I would say that's fairly accurate. We haven't even talked about the unique raid weapon. We haven't even talked about the legend weapon either, but apparently, okay. Given free to players.
You can get free legend weapon if you work daily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, back then at least. Who spent time raiding per day in the past. An enchantment event which allows players to enhance weapon for cheaper cost. And there are plus 12 amulets on the board from time to time.
Plus 12 amulets on the board.
Let me read that again. There's 1,000 hours in the game, a plus 12 amulet on the board from time to time.
I don't think I even ever seen plus
Is
10.
this guy hot? I think this guy is drinking like 11 cups of coffee.
No, I think he is messing here. Like, maybe he's like posting this like just to see reaction, how people are gonna get angry.
I just can't believe he actually thinks that there are plus 12 amulets. I mean,
maybe there is. We just never saw it.
You know why he's seeing it? Because he drinks 10 cups of coffee every morning. That's why. Anyway, there is no reason you couldn't have better gear. You have fair access to fields and dungeons means that level gears, items, and titles are also given fair to everyone. How is this unfair? You can either grind for them right in the game or work for real money to pay for it all the fun. If you don't work for gear, but you still treat the same way as other hardworking players, I don't know if it's really fair to anyone besides you. People just looking for something to complain about rather than seeking themselves first. What is your point of view on the topic? Listen, I think for number one, there are multiple things within this. The 10 cups of coffee, but what really just blows my mind is that he really thinks there's plus 12 amulets on the board. He honestly believes that.
Well, I honestly believe him too. He made it so it's so believable.
This is why you only play one game. You call bullshit.
They're plus 12 on the board, guys. So hop on it and stare at the board until plus 12 comes out.
leave us some comments. Let me know what you guys think about this guy's statement. If you think if there are actually plus 12 amulets, I would love to see it. If you could send us some pictures or show me you can buy it, I will personally buy it from anyone who's selling it. But that being said, this has been Derek.
And Tina.
And thank you guys for listening.
Bye.